A trailer that I have particularly been looking forward to is the second trailer for Masters of the Universe. Now, I don't think it's hyperbole to say that over the past year, this channel has been one of the strongest proponents for this movie, because it was at CinemaCon a year ago that they gave us the presentation for Masters of the Universe. And you guys will remember, you thought we sounded crazy, but we came out, we're like, God, this might actually be good. This might actually end up being like legit, because we love the designs. They showed us a bunch of stuff, and we all of a sudden became very, very interested in the film. And the first trailer came out, and the first trailer didn't blow my socks off, but it was fine. It was good. But to me, it's always about the second trailer, right? So the second trailer came out, and we always say the job of a trailer is to take your excitement level, however low it is or however high it is, and bump it up a couple of notches, right? This trailer took away some of my excitement for this movie. I am less excited about this movie as somebody who's been one of the biggest champions all year for this film. I have to say, this trailer let me down. It has made me less enthusiastic for it. It looked like a $4 million Netflix piece of garbage. The visuals look cheap. Now, I will say that this trailer did what a second trailer is supposed to do. Give us the general story idea. And on paper, I kind of like what they're going for. The fact that Adam has been on Earth, always aware of who he truly is, and has been trying to find a way to get back to his people, to Eternia. He gets back to Eternia to find that his kingdom, his land has been laid ruined by Skeletor, and now he and his people have to rise up in a rebellion kind of way to take down Skeletor. Perfect. Sounds good. You've got the right storyline for me. I'm on board. I'm just hoping that once I see it on the big screen, it captivates me a little bit more, because Cringer looked cringy. The one shot of Castle Grayskull, where it started tight and then the camera pans back, it's like, that does not feel like a 2026 feature film visual. That feels like a World of Warcraft 2012 visual. I'm hoping, now listen. Do I still believe in this movie? Yes, for one reason. And that one reason is two words: Travis Knight. Travis Knight has done the seemingly impossible before. First of all, he made a film that on paper should look like a movie that nobody cares about, with Kubo and the Two Strings, and made it an incredibly special film. And then he took a dying and decrepit franchise like the Transformers and actually breathed life and breathed heart into it, making the best live action Transformers movie with Bumblebee. And he's the one doing Masters of the Universe. So while this trailer has let me down, I'm still maintaining my belief in the film simply because of Travis Knight. So that's all fine. But I've just got to be honest with you guys, as somebody who's been a champion of this film all year, and trailers are trailers. We've often seen bad trailers to great movies and good trailers to bad movies. So it's just a trailer, but I got to be honest with you, this trailer wasn't it for me. But anyway, Rob, you had a chance to see the trailer for Masters of the Universe. What did you think about it?
I kind of echo what you said. Obviously, I've been a huge supporter of this movie, not just because of Travis Knight, but also because of the production design work of Guy Dias and his team. And which, by the way, is on display, and I think they've done a phenomenal job. The thing because this is derived from a toy, a toy line, I think it almost feels, at least this trailer felt, it's kind of halfway between animation and, say, Lord of the Rings. When I wanted it to lean more into the Lord of the Rings of it all, like I wanted Eternia to look like Middle-earth, in the sense that when you see Castle Grayskull, I wanted it to look like Minas Tirith or Isengard, but it's kind of got that, it's the color palette, it looks
like a playset.
it didn't.
It did look like a place set.
Yeah, and that's and that they're.
Although I'll say Snake Mountain looked pretty cool.
Yeah, no,
I thought Snake Mountain.
Yeah,
looked pretty cool.
Snake Mountain look. It just, but it's also the color palette. It's like they're leaning in. And I would have liked to have seen. Look, I don't expect it to be. When I say it's like Lord of the Rings, I don't expect it to have like that kind of portentousness. But even like if you look at this shot, I think Skeletor looks great.
I like the look of Skeletor.
Yeah,
I like the voice of Skeletor.
And I like the voice of Skeletor, what Jared Leto's doing or whatever. But it's more leaning toward children's programming for me than say, and it's so silly because we're talking about Masters of the Universe. But what you want a movie to do like this is you want it to capture all audiences. Kind of like the Dungeons and Dragons movie, the last one that didn't do very well. It threaded that needle very, very well. Now, I don't think it's fair to judge this movie by the trailers like this, but again, it's coming out in 2 months. Well, we got April, May, and then it comes out in June. So tomorrow's April, and I believe in Travis Knight, and I believe in their production design. To me, it's all going to be about tone and the feel of it. But if they lean into making it this idea they have to make everything kid friendly. Do you know how you make things kid friendly? You make it cool. You can't pander to this idea that when I was a kid, when you were a kid, we liked things that were cool. I was watching the original Star Trek when I was 5. I didn't like shows that necessarily, ever since the 90s, I mean, it doesn't need to lean into the Nickelodeon of it all. Make it cool, make it badass. So when you see it as a kid, you're like, that's awesome. Now this, we'll see.
Yeah, I get. So let me talk about some of the things that I liked in the trailer. So again, I've already kind of highlighted that I like the story layout.
Yeah,
works.
me too.
It's a simple one, but it's a proven hero's journey kind of story one. So that works for me. Again, Skeletor, I think looked really good, and I like the voice they went through. Like I was saying, it leans more towards the voice of Skeletor that we got in the Dolph Lundgren version, rather than He-Man. Then the anime one, like if
that would have worked.
No, that would not have worked in a live action screen. Would not have worked. So I like the voice. I like the look of the character. So I like that. I'll say sometimes in movies when there's like a big citywide battle scene, it can feel small. I will say in this trailer that when it looked like there was truly a global conflict happening, it felt large scale.
Yeah, it did.
Right? So that worked for me too. Again, it's just this overall thing that it felt cheap. It felt cheap, and it felt like a Netflix film, and that's never a good thing. And again, I've had a lot of movies that I have loved where I didn't like the trailer.
Yeah.
A lot of them. And I'm counting on that this is going to be one of those. I just got to be honest. I just didn't like the
I
trailer.
will say this, that little joke at the end of the trailer with them sitting, the two guys, I was like, that sold me.
That was funny. That was a good, that last little line. It could have been just dumb and been flat.
Yes.
You're just a little bit really crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
it was good.
That was I mean, to me, I'm like, that's it right there. And that's what it left me with hope, John. I have hope.
Yeah. Because it's Travis Knight.
Yep.
I am not going to lose my hope in this.
That joke was a Bumblebee-like joke.
It was.
That was a Bumblebee level
was.
joke. So I'm like, okay.
And again, if Travis Knight can do, because what he did with Bumblebee was he took this heartless, soulless franchise in Transformers. I like the first Michael Bay one. I did.
Yeah.
Everything else after that was terrible. And he found a way to take this 80s kids toy line that had been kind of heartless and soulless in its modern iteration. And he found a way to breathe life into it.
Yeah.
And if he can do that with He-Man, this is going to be a winner.
Do you know, the only other thing that I also worried about in the trailer was we have a great cast of characters playing all of these, the both the good and the bad characters. We didn't hear enough from them. Like, I wanted to hear some like badass lines from all the. I want to
hear Alison Brie as Evil Lynn.
That's it.
I want to hear her saying something.
What is? I mean, and I think with this, the characters are what make this. If the characters are wooden, and you don't have these actors having a ball making this movie, but the Skeletor thing felt That was good. But I wanted to hear all the. I didn't want to hear Man at Arms being earnest. I wanted to hear him being badass because it's Idris Elba.
I thought it was. I thought his lines were.
You got a couple good
Yeah,
lines.
you're
in
on the
there.
badass side of it.
I wanted more
When you
badass.
and when you fall, stand tall.
Well, that was good.
somebody wants to.
And that
What'd
moment
he
with the
say?
mace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was.
somebody wants to fight or something like
Yeah.
that. There was some good lines in there.
I just wanted it more character-y.
Character-y. Again, we'll get another one or two trailers. I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll probably get some Evil in. I want to see some more Skeletor. And just hopefully, and you know what else has happened sometimes? Sometimes, because of the way effects are, they are just made for a big screen. And sometimes you take effects that have been, I've seen movies where on the big screen, the effects look really good.
Yeah.
But on a small screen, they don't. So maybe that'll be a part
And
of it.
also, I mean, as somebody who's, in my 5th decade of life, analyzing Masters of the Universe like this might be not so productive.
Yeah.
But
So
we'll see.
we'll see. I will see. Just say, look, I've been looking forward to this movie all year. I don't think it's hyperbole to say I've been one of the biggest cheerleaders for this movie
Me too.
all year. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be honest. I'm just being honest. I did not love this trailer, but
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. Guys, question is for you. What did you think of the new Masters of the Universe trailer? I think there's some upside to it, but just overall, it kind of made me a little bit less enthusiastic for the film, but I still 100% believe in Travis Knight. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.